Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So if you like the following video, don't forget to like and subscribe and tell me what you think down in the comment section if you agree and disagree with me, because I would love to have more discussion about this. All right, on to the video. TV shows aren't really made for Gen Z, or I feel like the shows that are made for us are kind of like, it's not really made for Gen Z. Probably the only show that got close enough to it is I want to say Wednesday, but I feel like it didn't really hit the mark. Like I feel like it was close, but I feel like most of the TV shows are made by millennials. So millennials, which one is it? So they're made for them. I'm not surprised Gossip Girl got, I don't want to say canceled, but like the new Gossip Girl reboot got canceled. And I think there was because it was a reboot of a millennial show, and like they wrapped it up in a Gen Z package, and it's like it wasn't really for us, but it wasn't really for millennials. And then but then we didn't really, like, the way they packaged it, it was trying to fit both demographic, and with how they package it now, like, who's the audience? Because it's not millennials, it's not Gen Z. It's like the way they packaged it, it was like a millennial show made for Gen Zs because it was based on the millennial show, but it wasn't really for us, or the jokes wasn't for us. Like, it was a reboot of a show that majority of us didn't like, probably did watch, but it was a small demographic. And like, I feel like that's a big reason why it got canceled, because who exactly was the audience member? Like, I feel like you set an audience and you stick to the audience who it is for, and it clearly wasn't for us, but it wasn't for millennials. Like, it was presented for us, but it wasn't really for us. It was more for millennials, and millennials are not really, like, it's two different age demographics, and they were trying to combine them, and you can't combine them because we're two different generations, and how we go about things, the way we express things, and the way we see things, it's very differently. I think that's a big reason why Gossip Girl got canceled. And I'm also seeing it in the way that, like, dark humor has transitioned. Millennials were like, when we grew up in Vine, and like, we still like dark humor, but I feel like we also crave happier stories, more stories that fit, like Bob Burgers. I feel like one of the reasons Bob Burgers was as popular as it was is because, no offense to Family Guy. Family Guy was a very dark humor, and I feel like Bob Burgers had a dynamic of, like, not really a happy family. It's a dysfunctional family, but they could still come together and share that love. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like we need more like Gen Zs as audience. We're not searching for TV shows that, or movies that are like, very like dark, like very like dark humor. I feel like we are expanding more on that, and we kind of want to see more, more happier things. I feel like this generation, we acknowledge mental health, but we want to be able to watch a feel good show, and also feel good, also discuss what's going on. Like, we're not gonna get fall positivity all the time, but I feel like we want to be able to watch a feel good show like Bob Burgers, like Steven Universe. I never watched that show, but like, from the way, I never watched the show, but from the way my friends discussed it and the clips I've seen, it's more into like feelings. Like, I feel like we just want more shows that make us feel good and acknowledge our emotions, and I feel like that's what Gen Z audience are looking for. And I feel like there's not enough Gen Z writers in the room to make that happen. I'm not saying millennials can't write a show. I think a good example of that is what's that show? BoJack Horseman. I feel like that's a very good example of a show that fits the Gen Z audience. I feel like it has dark humor, but I feel like it also acknowledges so much things that are going on at the same time. I feel like that's a perfect show to express why, like, I feel like it's trending. It's for millennials and Gen Z, because both audiences can relate, but it also doesn't shy away from like the harsh sides of life anxiety. It's not always positivity, but it's also not dark. Like, it's a very complex character, and it's very complex issues, and I feel like we need more shows like BoJack Horseman. So it's not just, you know, we need that balance. I feel like that's a good balance of a millennial and Gen Z show. And there's plenty of great Gen Z shows out there that also are good. I'm not saying there's not, but I feel like, you know, as we keep evolving as a generation, there needs to be more shows out there for the audience of Gen Z. And I'm not seeing that as much. Boop. Yikes. 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 Okay. So let me know what you think about the video down in the comment section. And if you agree, this is so close. If you agree or disagree, don't be afraid to let me know so we can have a discussion about this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you. Bye guys.